Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and can I slide closer to the microphone? Actually, no. Because I have a... I think I explained my precarious setup with how my computer is always... The side panel is always cracked open, so let me just move this thing real quick. Now I think I can slide closer to the microphone. There we go. So basically, I've talked about this before. Some of the parts have changed in the process. One of them is the one on the outside is a spray bottle now. But basically, I bought one of those sketchy graphics cards that has the bad cable that may or may not be able to light itself on fire. And so, in order to make sure that doesn't happen, because what happens is, or at least this is what I remember vaguely, right, is, who are we gonna play? Let's take a look. I already have like 8 million YouTube tabs open. Versus Yinu, Neoclassical Metal Dubstep RE Tilda Mix. It's pretty good, honestly. 1 second of Mystery of the Druids is a treat. what a 1 second, just a let's see. Miku... Mimi... Kana, question mark. Ayaka Toshiaki Moriko. You know who I didn't say there? I didn't say... Haru. You're goddamn right. So I guess we'll do a little Haru run as a treat. And you know what? We're on our all perks grind set right now. So basically, NVIDIA made this, like, really dumb design decision that can, you know, under catastrophic circumstances, probably kill somebody. Oh, sorry, you're not allowed to say that anymore, right? Because woke, you gotta say unalive. I couldn't even get through that bit with a straight face, I'm sorry. Normally I'm pretty good at, like, deadpan delivery of something, but... I don't know, I hate those YouTube shorts where they replace the word kill with unalive. And the thing is, sometimes they don't even do it consistently, you know, they'll use, like, kill in the subtitles, like, once, and then, like, for the next 7 times they use kill in the subtitles, it'll be unalive instead. Ugh. The thing is, I don't even think you get deboosted for that, right? I think that was just something that somebody, like, made up. Where it's like, oh, you gotta do that, or they'll deboost you. Fatalism, huh? Okay. That becomes a little bit problematic when the vending machine is involved. But basically, NVIDIA did this dumb thing where they basically released a power cable that can light itself on fire. Which is very dumb, and I don't know, I think that if you make something like that, and then you don't do anything to address the issue, because this is like an old issue, and then the one that I bought still had that issue. Or like an older issue, or at least they were aware of it, and they didn't change the power cable at all. But basically, they released a power cable that's a fire hazard, and, you know, I didn't know about this when I was buying my graphics card, obviously, because I would have bought a different graphics card that was not a fire hazard if I had known. But, probably go ahead and take the EXP boost, because we're gonna be smonking it up here, but go ahead and take the money. Just a nice little casual jacket shirt. But basically what happens, or at least what I think happens, or what was maybe happening to me, is the cable was being... There's like a flammable plastic sleeve, or like plastic part of the connector that is on the power cable. And so if you put the cable in too far, or there was something pushing into the cable or whatever, it would have this flammable plastic part making contact with the part that will, you know, pass through electricity, which generates heat because, you know, and then it would basically melt, burn, and catch on fire. And so if I close my computer, it basically pushes that flammable plastic part into the connector and then starts smoking. So I cannot close my computer when it's on. So I have the little side panel window being propped open by a measuring cup on the inner part of it, and then now a spray bottle on the outer part of it, because I was using, like, a different thing. It was, like, some sort of weird... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because it was sort of like this wide bowl, but the sides of it were, like, grates. And so it was just for, like, storing stuff, you know? Just like little random things that you would have. Like, you could put some dice in there, you could put, like, a pen in there. You could put some stuff in there. You could basically put, like, some random desk crap in there, and it would hold it. But I was using that, but it was too wide, and so I would constantly just roll into it and push it out of the way, and it was really annoying. So I found out that the spray bottle was actually really good with that, because it's very, like, thin, you know, and it stands up on its own. It's very nice. Now, I would use... If it was empty, I would also use one of these thin spray bottles for the inside as well. But you can probably imagine what would happen if a filled spray bottle was pointed inside your PC while it was on and then it accidentally went off. You can probably imagine what would happen. So right now, we just have the outer one because it's like, oh no, some Lysol got on my glass panel. No. No, you know, in case it randomly went off for no reason. Now, what the hell are we doing here, chat? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm a little bit scared. I don't really know what we're doing here or why we're doing it, but we're gonna go buy a wrench, a monkey wrench. And then, I guess we can just smonk immediately because we don't have max sanity. But we want to get Jar of Blood. I don't know why I clicked that button. I guess because we're going to smonk later, so who cares? I mean, this is literally free because you can't buy something if you don't have any money. That's not true, actually, but we should have taken the stamina there for sure. Now, I would like to get Jar of Blood before we leave so that we can get our next pair of smonks. But here we are. We're gonna be leaving this mystery with like 3 smonks or so. That's a little sketchy. Good burst combat though. We learned from yesterday. You gotta be, you know what? Let's brute force it. I'm not a big fan of this, but we're gonna brute force it. No way, dude. Alright, whatever. Alright. Not exactly how I wanted to start this video, but, you know, sometimes... Maybe we shouldn't play Haru. Maybe we shouldn't play Haru. Maybe we shouldn't play Haru. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Haru. As, like, a little treat, you know? I mean, win in Rome. Curious birthmark? Okay. Okay. Old coin is something that we can pawn off for smonk money, which might give us some trouble in the longer run, but you know what? Money's money, I suppose. I'm done. That was an order moment. That was an order moment. That's a -1 stamina over the course of the run moment. Now, you will have to excuse me, because I actually do have a headache. So I can't guarantee how much of a banger the dialogue in this episode will be. The writers, you know, they haven't been able to... I'm dumb, but actually, no, I'm so smart. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm actually so smart. I'm actually so smart. Oh, no. Well, I mean, you know, we just need to get back up to that 20 Doom we were at earlier. Just as, like, a little treat. You don't think we'll be able to fight, that one guy again, will we? You don't think Homie will show up? It would be funny if, like, we somehow managed to fight him as our first enemy, and then I got him confused for our second enemy, because he's the second enemy of the video. That would be true. Now, we got 2 funds randomly, so we're going to the vending machine. And we're buying a pack of smonks. You'll love to see it. And I mean, honestly, I think we're gonna protect our investment with a little bit of a smonk case. And you got 23 smonks, 27 Doom. Gigolo is here. I mean, if one of these hits, then you're cooking. If all of them hit, then you're cooking. See, that's fine, that's fine. Because as long as one of them hit, we were fine. Actually, don't turn me into a liar. Turn me into objectively correct, please and thank you. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. We help the Fisher Bros always. Or at least I always think you do. I always think, like, hey, they're just some guys asking politely for some help. You know, they're probably overworked and might need a little bit of help after a long day's work. And, you know, you might as well go ahead and give them a hand. Doomed Forest, huh? Doomed Forest. Now, normally, I might advocate for the idea of selling the handcuffs so that you don't get Jar of Blood, but we would like Jar of Blood, very much so. You know what? Give me the knowledge. Give me the knowledge. Give me the fractured ribs. You know, I said I wanted fractured ribs the whole time. That was the plan. Everybody knew that. We were all going into this mystery saying, you know, in order to win the game, we really got to get fractured ribs. We managed to get fractured ribs, and now we won the run. Everybody cheered. It's true. Contaminated water, huh? Damn. Really rubbing it in, huh? But here's the thing. We can get Jar of Blood and then sell the empty bottle and the handcuffs, and then feel pretty good about that. Buying another packet of smonks. Now, we definitely could go... This sucks, actually, though. Honestly, we gotta go Freaky Feature because we don't have roads closed, but I kind of wanted to do Centipede Guy. Me and Centipede Rutsu. I was kind of thinking about it. I was kind of thinking, let's maybe me and Centipede Rutsu just kind of chilling. Unfortunately, the downtown is doomed, so we gotta move it, but... Oh, a free spell? Thank you so much! Do we go to the mansion twice? We could, pretty easily. And it gives us a chance of getting Jar of Blood pretty decently. That's an amazing thing to get. The mansion has some pretty good investigations, actually, if you think about it. Discipline is kind of cracked. Honestly, I've been kind of coming around on Fast Learner a little bit. Just because it helps mitigate some of the issues with combat. Now, you wouldn't mind a little trip to the monument, would you? Thank you very much. Now, we're going here, we're taking the quick route, we're eating some shit, but I just wanted to hopefully avoid some doom. Light Source would go hard, but, like, it's a 5 charisma, so you might as well roll a 5. You might as well roll a 5. But it was a +1! It was a +1. Cut Artery kind of sucks, but we should live unless we get really unlucky. Alright, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna do this. You're gonna take 1 to all, and then you're gonna kill her next turn, and then you're gonna feel relatively decent about that. You're not gonna worry about it too much. Was Bark Woman our second enemy? Alright, this is pretty awful, actually. You're gonna think I'm insane. You're gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna think I'm mad. You're gonna think I'm nuts. And you might be right. Or, I could be just cracked out of my goddamn mind. Holy... What if I was just base? Price hike sucks, by the way. You kind of hate the price hike. Abnormal Arms, Moonlit Sailors. Gonna go Abnormal Arms. You gotta get this shit taken care of immediately. Okay. Fractured Ribs is -1 dexterity. Do we want to try to get this cured? Or do we care? Honestly, I think we're okay. I don't think we need it cured. Now, here's the deal. We need to buy more smonks. But the game has been changed, okay? Okay, sure. Just roll a 7+1, and I guess I'll die. Fair enough. I guess we gotta take the injury. Or just roll a 1. The game has been changed. I mean, you gotta go for the one that has the higher chance when your stats are the same. Oh my god. I think we're dead, chat. I don't think it's gonna go very well. It's a safe location, so... Holy. Alright, go ahead and rest. And then we're gonna rest again. And then we're gonna hope that that's good enough. We got 6 monks left. And then we're gonna rest again. I don't know how we do this, because how do we get 5 funds? It's very difficult to get 5 funds. As long as 1 hits, you can kill her next turn. If all 3 hits, then you kill her on the first turn. Feels pretty good, chat. I almost want to go pickpocket here, but we're gonna go strength, and thank God for that. School curfew and the dog's gone. Truly our darkest hour. Oh, we have recluse! Funny moment. Okay, so, hey, History Club, you gonna give me something that works here? Adrenaline's really good, but we gotta pass. It doesn't help us kill a ghost. That maybe helps us kill a ghost, but it's not worth it. I'll go up to, like, 79. That's pretty good. That helps us kill a ghost. I think you gotta go with Memory Extract, just because it's like, it's the best thing that you've seen, and if you want to keep rolling, it costs Doom to actually get, so... I think you gotta go for it. So here's the thing. This sucks. Okay, can we get to 5 funds from here? Not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. So, alright, this is gonna look a little bad. This is gonna look a little bad, chat, but you'll have to bear with me. Can you even sell this thing? Well, we're actually just gonna wear it and then go back for one more item. You mother... Can you sell this? Oh, thank God. I know there was Midasu touch, but you just gotta... You just gotta embrace the what you got right now. Okay. And we're gonna have to fight this thing. We're gonna have to fight this thing. Getting smonks is way more important. Now, potentially, if we can randomly happen a stance upon... Oh... Like, we're fine, but I do want to get to level 4. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So this is gonna do... 12? Okay, cool. And we're gonna have to cast this twice. Because this probably isn't gonna all hit. Are you... We did have to get branded, right? Like, out of all the curses that we could have gotten, the one with the Doom is where we're at. Oh, we just gotta get lucky. Because I can't discard the Gruesome Totem, I can't discard the Monkey Wrench. I don't think you can discard the Cigarette Case. No, you can't. So you just gotta... We could discard the Black Hair. Oh, let's go! Fetid Fumes, I saw that. Listen, don't, losing the bathtub so early was so tragic. Alright. Listen, we had to make sure... Like, this is fine. But I mean, okay, it's not fine. Because we rolled a 12, but, like, you know... We have an 8, we roll a d12. I don't know, it seems pretty reasonable. Oh, come on, man. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know how we're making dexterity checks and failing strength checks, but it is what it is. You gotta take the -2. We had to make sure that we're going into this fight, because we're gonna be severing at, like, what, 3 damage, so... You gotta check behind the wardrobe, use this immediately. We could abuse this, by the way, because Innsmouth look might get us killed, but we're not gonna abuse it. Aren't I so cool taking the moral high ground? I mean, just in case, like... You can't level up, by the way. You can't. Well, actually, we're not leveling up to begin with, but... Oh, it's so bad. So we're gonna win this fight. Unless the curses get us. If the curses get us... Also, I don't know if you have, like, a super attack where you'll, like, do 8 damage to us. This is getting a little bit worrisome. How many more hallucinations are we gonna get? Don't know. But we did make it. We did make it. 83? Don't level up. You actually want to be tactical about this. To gain EXP, oh boy. Right, so... Boss, -2. We're good. -3, so we're taking 5. And then... We're taking 5-3. Okay. We can solve that relatively easily, but we're gonna solve that with the power of memory extract, because remember, what you can't remember can't hurt you. That sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? But look at that, we don't have curse signs. Now, the reason why we're doing it like this is because we have Innsmouth look, so we can randomly just take damage for fun. And we would rather be in a situation where we are able to recover in case we take damage randomly. So right now we're already healthier than whatever the lighthouse can do to us. But, because it's only doing 3 stamina, right? So if Innsmouth look pops, then we'll be okay. But it didn't. And we could get to level 4 if we wanted to, but we could extract some more harmful memories. No! What a weird run. What a weird episode. Do I even... I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a headache, so I don't feel like doing trivia right now. But I'll give you some Webweaver actual filler trivia. Why don't I? Let's see, let me think about this for a second. I didn't actually have anything prepared. I didn't have anything, you know, like when you're playing like some sort of real-time strategy game and you have like units queued in the thing. I didn't have any banter queued in the engine, I'll be real with you. So, as you might know from the Dark Souls series, the first Let's Play, one of the first Let's Plays that we ever did was Dark Souls, but that is the not major game that we played for the channel's, like, sort of beginning, okay? The first game that So, World of Horror was not the first Scrimblow indie roguelite that I played a lot of. And sort of... Now, this is the one that I've sort of cemented myself in the community of, because it's like, you know, I'm the WoW person. But the first indie roguelite I played a lot of on the channel was a game called Arc Noir, which was pretty fun, honestly. it just had some insane requirements to get the, what was it, like the Savage Beast achievements or whatever, to the point where it's like, back then we didn't even know how to get it, but people discovered it eventually, and it's just really difficult to do. Because you sort of at the start pick your bonuses, and in order to get the Savage Beast, you would have to, like, take no bonuses, which makes the game basically, like, insanely difficult, and you'd have to get the true ending, which is like, oh. And it's a game that's so heavily based on random number generation and RNG that it was really just like a gambling simulator at that point, because if you took, like, a good build at the start of the game, you were basically guaranteed to win, but if you take nothing at the start of the game, then, you know, it's messed up. I think Bruno is the best character, though, right? Just because, like, yeah, he didn't have a lot. He had the worst focus generation or whatever, or, like, the worst, like, was it Fate or Focus? It was, like, some sort of, like, was it Caroline? I remember, like, Caroline, she had the best, like, focus generation, but she had, like, the weakest combat at the beginning of the game, and then Bruno had the best combat in the game, but the weakest Fate generation. I think Bruno is the best character just because his chain gauntlet leveled up with you, so it did more damage the longer the game went on. But anyways, that's your little Webweaver trivia. That's the first game that we, like, majorly did a deep dive onto at the channel. Now, not nearly as impressive as over 1,000 episodes of World of Horror. I think we did, like, 36 Arc Noir episodes, but I wouldn't mind going back and playing a little Arc Noir at some point. I think that could be fun.